Hi, it's Lisa from crystalstarwitchery.com, and I'm here to take you wildcrafting with me. There's all kinds of magical herbs here on this trail that is in Luzerne, Pennsylvania, just outside of town, barely outside of an urban area. And there's this great waterfall behind me. The trail used to be a railroad, and before that it was Native American trade and hunting trails. This is cinquefoil, also known as potentilla, and also known as five-finger grass. It's also called witch's hand because of the 5 low leaves, and it's kind of star-shaped. It is associated with love, money, power, healing, and wisdom. It's a very lucky herb to have, very powerful. You can add it to spells to increase their power. This is cedar. It is also known as juniper. Juniper and cedar are the same in North America. The cedars of the Middle East are quite another thing. Both are conifers, however, and we use these interchangeably in magic. It's associated with fire, and it has a lovely, piney, earthy, uplifting scent to it. In magic, it is used for purification. You can make a smudge wand out of it. It's very good if you want to avoid using sage for whatever reason. It smells a little different from sage, but still in that category of scent. So if you like one, you'll probably like the other, but this is not as strong. It's used in money spells. It's used for protection. It casts out evil spirits. You keep cedar near your home. It'll keep, near your threshold. It will keep evil out of your home. This lovely plant is mugwort, and mugwort is one of the most magical herbs, and it grows everywhere in eastern Pennsylvania. It's practically in every ditch, every backyard. It smells wonderful when you crush one of the leaves. It smells kind of woody and herby, a little lemony, a little minty. It's in the mint family, but it's Artemisia vulgaris. And a lot of other artemisias are also magical plants, like mountain sage, and like tarragon, which is also a cooking herb, and like wormwood. Mugwort is associated with protection, but it's also very good for altering your consciousness without drug high interventions of that sort. You could drink a tea, you could smoke it, you could put it, use the scent, you can use it in a bath, you can use it in a dream pillow to help you astral travel, to help you lucid dream. You can keep it with your tarot cards. You can wash your crystal ball with it if you scry. It's very good for divination. It's very good for opening your third eye. And it is also associated with love, specifically female love. This is bindweed, also known as morning glory. It is not to be confused with Japanese bindweed, which is a totally different plant. But morning glory, aka bindweed, is good for bindings, specifically love bindings, but you could use it for any kind of binding. What you would do is harvest one of the twisted tendrils and use it with poppets or in jars to wrap. This is Solomon's seal, and it's good for so many magical things. It's associated with wisdom because it's associated with Solomon. And we use the root, but Mostly you can use the berries occasionally. Check your region though, it could be endangered in your region, so don't harvest it if it's endangered. You could get into big trouble. It might even be better to grow your own. The root, it has a star-shaped formation, like a pentacle on the root in several different places, and that is to mark its growth pattern, so you can tell how old it is by how long the root is. That's in the reason, the fact that it's a pinnacle on there is why it's called Solomon's seal in the first place. It is good for making pacts with spirits. It is good for keeping promises to yourself, for achievement, mastery, and success. Therefore, it's also used in money spells, love spells, and anything to do with charisma. This is celandine. Celandine is a plant that grows a nice orange flower in the spring, and it's not a very common plant that you see in very many magical texts, but it does have some really interesting magical associations. It's associated with defeating your enemies. And how many can you honestly say that also are for specifically defeating your enemies? Also, it's good for courage. One thing that's very special about celandine, I don't know if you could see, but the plant itself has orange sap. So that's how you could tell that it's celandine. And this is what the leaf is shaped like. This is barberry, and barberry is a hoodoo herb actually, and it's used to break hexes. It's used to bar someone from coming into your home. One of the reasons it's called barberry. It protects against burglars. Its red berries are associated with love and passion. The coin-shaped leaves are associated with money. And it's just a really good all-around herb for using in magical work.